Hi guys, it's Mewtwo King, and today I'm going to be talking about more Steve 0 to Death combos that work on many different characters and some combo finishers that have not been seen before. So there's a lot I'm going to talk about, which I think will be pretty practical on certain opponents and certain situations. I'm going to elaborate now. So, I'm sure you guys have all seen the video on, the Steve pick loop 0 to Death. Like, that's got a lot of views, so I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, where you basically do, like, the fairs into the jabs over and over and link them together. They decided that their best finisher would be up tilt into side B, but they also said how it was like a 50-50 based on DI. Well, I think I have a better 50-50 based on DI, which I'm going to explain now. Steve has a down smash that hits at a very low angle, which even if it doesn't true kill a character, it'll hit them at a very low angle where it's very difficult to recover. And you know how Steve has good ledge trap and edge guarding using things like blocks, things like down smashes. By the way, if down smash hits a block, it lingers for 4 frames extra. So there's also that. Down tilts and many other things, or just going off and fairing them. So even if somehow the down smash doesn't kill them after the fair, it will either kill them or come close to killing them. So another thing to mention is down smash comes out on frame 8. The close range hit. So there's like close range hit, which comes out on frame 8, and then 4 or 5 frames later, the strong hit happens. You always want to hit the close range hit. First off, it's stronger. Second off, it comes out several frames faster. So you want to get used to the spacing where the close range hit hits. So after you fair someone into the ground at like 60%, especially 80% near the ledge, it'll be like a 50-50 on if it kills or not. Depends your stage position, depends the matchup, depends their weight. Now, most of these combos I've been doing to like test out have been, through the training mode, which is basically functioning the same as like FD, where it shows the green line for the blast zone. FD battlefield, small battlefield. But when you consider the legal stages, most stages have a smaller ledge to blast zone. Kalos has a huge ledge to blast zone, right? But then, I guess FD battlefield and small battlefield be tied. You think it's average, but compared to the current legal stages, from ledge to blast zone specifically, it's actually bigger. So it's actually wider. So basically, from Pokemon, if something barely fails to kill on FD, it'll barely kill on Pokemon Stadium too, and even easier on stages like Town City, Lilat, and so on. However, there's something even better you can do to finish the combo. You can do what I talked about right when Steve came out, the double back air. So you run up and then do the reverse area rush bear twice, or reverse area rush bear into a double jump bear. And I showed that in like one of my very, very early Steve videos after the character was released, where it's like showing that as like, a secret move or whatever. What's actually really optimal here, because it actually hits you like 2 blocks further than the down smash or so. So you can avoid that by doing DI away, but if Steve just down smashes, then you're DIing a down smash away, which is gonna super kill you. I do also want to mention that for the beginning of the combo, some characters get comboed a lot easier. For example, in Game & Watch, if you get a grab at 0, you can short hop fair, and it'll be very easy. It's like the exact perfect percentage situation and so on. By the way, you gotta turn stim moves on in training mode just to see this. It's like the perfect spacing. So whenever you grab Game Watch at 0, you can always just short hop fair, and it would just be the perfect space. You don't even need to dash in that matchup. In some matchups, you need to do a dash before the short hop fair, or delay fair or something. But with Game Watch, you can literally just short hop fair from your standing position, and it's real easy. And since Game Watch is light, for example, that means he's in a little bit more hit stun by like a frame or two or whatever. But that makes the execution for doing the fair into land jab, that makes a training mode combo a lot easier. That's not the easiest on every character. Like, for some reason I tried to end it on Sonic and like the double bear missed, but then like other things worked. So like depending on the matchup, especially if they have like a bad recovery, and like the down smash, like it might not kill them on the blast zone, but like what if they just have a bad recovery in general and they won't make it from the corner stage, then you can just down smash them anyway. Down smash is the easy one, and if your opponent should usually be DIing for the down smash, but then that allows you to do that. I think that 50-50 is better than the up tilt. Also, I just want to mention the up tilt doesn't even work on Game Watch, because Game Watch is so short. So like the really short characters, the up tilt like might miss anyway. You have to lab on each character to see. I mean, up tilt's gonna work on most characters. You can also just end it with like another loop with where you just keep doing the jab fair over and over, and then spike them down to the ground. And I'm assuming there's some it'd probably work on like Inkling or Palu or something, or some characters who the blocks stop their up B. It won't work on every character, but you could just end it with another loop of jab fair. But the reason I don't usually recommend that is because in most of those situations, when you're in that position anyway, the down smash or the double bear would be killing anyway. So if it's usually going to kill 9 out of 10 times anyway, you might as well just go for that. But it might be optimal to just spike and just put blocks there. But that again, that's not going to work on most of the characters, but that's another route you could take. I also want to mention that if you don't have iron, so like on Palutena, for example, I tested it on Palutena trying to get a def combo, right? And I was finding it very difficult, if not impossible, to do it from down throw when I had iron on, right? But if I had somehow wasted all my iron, if I had no iron when I got the grab, then it was possible to actually start fair chains. Maybe not at 0, but at low percent. I know it's like a super specific situation, and it won't be as common of a situation, but it's good to understand like just the game in general. And yeah, some characters like Lucina for some reason are just pretty much just as easy as Game Watch. I don't know why. Some characters, because you gotta remember, there's weight, there's falling speed, and there's also the way the characters move in the air, and things only barely working or barely not working. Oh, I also do want to mention that SDI actually kind of ruins all these combos, and online it's even harder. But if you put the SDI on, even you know how you can do computer shuffling, where it's called shuffling. If you change that from none, which is the default setting in training mode, if you change that from none to a little, then it actually messes up when you have to do like 2 jabs in the fair. They're like SDI in or SDI usually away, and then it will just completely mess you up. And online, it's a guess instead of when you're playing online, it's a guess instead of a reaction, which means SDI is like really good in general, and it's even extra good online. So you can literally just wiggle the stick and get out of the jab, specifically the jab parts of the combos, because that makes a lot of this stuff not true. But if there's anything I learned watching Meister fight people with Game Watch or Salem fight people with Bayonetta and stuff, people just don't want to SDI, so you can just abuse the fact that people don't want to SDI and get this stuff anyway. There is a bunch of routes you can go for the 0 defs. Usually I recommend ending with the down smash or double bear. Down smash for easy use. And also, if as I said, Pokemon Stadium 2 has a smaller ledge to Blast Zone than FD Battlefield, Small Battlefield. And even smaller than that is like Town, City, Lilat, and so on. So you gotta remember that the majority of the stages are gonna be either, if you can barely get it to kill on like FD and other stages, then it'll be easier on Town and a lot of the con starters. And I'm mentioning Town PS2 because they're common stages. Like that's like 2 of the 5 starters, and a lot of people, it seems popular online. So I figured that mentioning that was important because from a competitive level, that's something you're actually going to see a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff Steve can do, and I just wanted to show some of the different combo trees you can do. I didn't test like every character, but I tested quite a few just to make sure this wasn't like a Game Watch only specific thing. Just want to make sure it worked for a lot of the casts. It doesn't now a lot of the casts you actually have to start with like down throw, run up, jab, and then do between like 1 to 3 jabs usually. Which again, you can just wiggle a stick in SDI as I showed in my early videos. But it's not like true combo on them. Not only can they SDI, but it often doesn't true combo anyway. When you can get the down throw into fair, I want to say half the cast. Well, I didn't test even half the cast, but like a lot of the casts you can just down throw fair or down throw run, slight delay fair and stuff. Against those, the combo's more true by comparison than the ones we have to do down throw run jab, but people are not going to SDI, dude. If there's anything I learned, people are just stubborn. People just don't want to SDI. So just learn what works in training mode anyway. And because a lot of the time it's going to be the same. But yeah, even if you learn this and it's like you don't get it converted to a kill, it's fine because you got the muscle memory down. Like imagine a Luigi player who just lads in training mode, right? And they're going to kill you in 1 hit. So like this isn't as good as that because SDI is an even bigger factor. Right? But it's still useful because if people are lazy or if you're not used to a situation, your hands might do the muscle memory anyway. If you like train your hands, like for example, wave dashing melee, you just train your hands to do it. When I first started, I'm like, oh, I can't wave dash. But then it became muscle memory, and now after doing something so many times in a row, it just becomes like automatic. So I started to just get like the 0 to 98, 0 to 101 combos a lot of the time without even trying after just an hour of like making it muscle memory practice. So like that's a thing that actually exists that humans can do to just like muscle memory is just something, just don't underrate it. It's definitely worth like spending a day to just lab it and see what the matchups you want to use Steve on or whatever. Just see how things interact. Yeah, I wanted to mention some of the stuff because these are different combo trees you can use to either get a kill, or even if you mess up the combo, it will just barely not kill and you still get a whole lot of damage. So it's still like a win-win to learn. They usually won't be escaping until like the later parts of the combo anyway, with either SDI or you messing up or something. So you're still getting a lot of consistent damage from grabs at 0. And I also want to mention these def combos only work with wood. So if you're using something that isn't wood, you're not actually. I couldn't find any routes that actually led to like a KO onto the blast zone. Like you might be able to do things like, you know, spike them and then block trap very specific characters, or down smash and find a route which usually edge guards them. But if you're talking about true hit stun into the blast zone, then that only works with the wood combination. But you're still gonna get like a lot of damage. Like the down throw fair at 0 is still gonna be the exact same. But then when you start adding jabs and when you start adding jabs and, you know, get further into the combo, anything that's not wood is gonna be extra difficult. But you're still gonna get a lot of damage. Like I still got like 0 to 50s, 0 to 70s with diamond, like very easily just with the wood muscle memory. So it's not bad to learn. And you know, if you get a grab in the beginning of the match, kind of like a Luigi grabbing you at the beginning of the match, you're still gonna get like a lot of damage from that, assuming they don't want to SDI and you master the combo. But again, as I talked to Sam about this, and he's like, he tested this stuff out. It is more difficult online. So SDI and online are two things that nerf these combos. But yeah, as I said, it's worth learning. Just note that it's a little different on each character. So if you wanted to do it on a specific matchup, you actually have to lab it in training mode to understand the little intricacies. Like the closer, the bigger characters or certain characters, you just have to do the jabs for whatever reason. And there's some characters you can just go right into the short hop fair, or dash short hop fair. Like in Game Watch, you can do it in place. Like Nest Power, you have to like dash or like. So it's a little different on each character. Yeah, I do think with the combo ender and the information I gave, whether you're using Steve yourself or fighting against Steve, this info should be helping you. Some other things I'd like to mention is that the up tilt into side B, it does true combo less than the things I said, but it also does hit harder. But it won't always link, and sometimes you have to 50-50 based on their DI. Like if they full DI left versus full DI right, it could affect it being a true combo or not. So if you're, say, playing on a stage like Town City, for example, and you get them to the edge of town, or sometimes at the edge of PS2, my method on those stages will for sure be better. With almost very, very highly confident that my method's better, because more often than not, no DI the down smash no DI and no DI on the double bear will work. Sure, you can DI away from the double bear, but then the down smash will kill even easier. And then even if you DI in for the down smash, they're either barely gonna die or barely gonna live, but then you can easily like cover their most characters recoveries. You can do like a 2-frame with down tilt, down smash, or blocks, or just running off stage and fairing and stuff. There's a lot of ways to like kill or super almost kill them. With the up tilt Sabi method, it does hit harder, but it will true combo less, and it's more easily to make that one a 50-50. That one might be better for a stage like Kalos or something, where you're not gonna kill them anyway, or where like there's a high chance you really need the hard hit to kill them anyway. That's just based on theory crafts. So yeah. Basically, in short, if you're playing on Town, do my combo. Pokemon, you probably want my combo. FD, highly debatable. Yeah, that's pretty much my updated opinion. I showed 2 examples of like against Lucina where I'm showing both variations of the combo, and you can see like one, it was harder to link together, but then the other one, the trade-off is the consistency. And as I said, that green line will be even closer on Town stuff. And I know this is based on no DI, which is why I mentioned stage being important, because ledge to blast zone is actually an important variable here. Hope you guys like this video. If you have any other info you'd like to add about Steve's def combos or certain routes and stuff, feel free to comment below, or you can even post your own like Twitch clips below, or or link whatever, and we can just like talk about and share information about like what the best Steve combo routes are in different situations, different matchups when playing the win. Just whatever you find consistent, because like who needs to go for something risky if you can just down smash them off at mid%, or just get something that kills more consistently, easily in a certain matchup, like if abusing their bad recovery or something. Like stuff like that's good too, because there's a lot of possibilities just for edge guarding and ledge trapping and stuff that you can do. It doesn't have to necessarily be a hit stun combo. This video is mainly on like the hit stun, true hit stun into the blast zone combos. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the video and what else you guys would like to add. And if you want to help support me out directly, my Turret series, Frame Perfect series, it's a once-a-month event. The next event will be November 6th through 8th, in about a week from today, well, depending on when this video comes out. It'll be a once-a-month event, so definitely consider bookmarking that, guys. I'd run Ultimate. I'm running Ultimate and Melee consistently. I also have Rivals Smash Remix, which is Smash 64, and Kirby Fighters. So definitely check that out. Other ways to support, you can check out my merch, affiliate links, NordVPN, other stuff. But yeah, definitely check out the YouTube description before you guys leave. Comment below what you guys' thoughts are, anything you'd like to add. With that said, see you guys later, and thanks for watching.